Damn, what a game. What's going on, baby? TGI Friday, man. Y'all already know, man. Knicks and Pacers, you heard? Knicks got to get this game here, man. If they don't, I hate to say it, it's series, man. They're not going to go down 2-0 going to Indiana and win this series. That's not going to happen. They got to get this. They got to get game two, man. Let's look out in the building. What's going on? Another Friday, you heard? We got my man Lolo in the building. Few texts, you heard? Rolling up in the building. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all hang around, man. Don't in and out me, man. Hang around, man. You know what I mean? Take some lessons, man. A lot of lessons gonna get given out today, man. But as of right now, Knicks right now with a 1-point lead over Indiana, and they have to win this game. They have to if they're gonna win the series, or if not, they're not winning this series, man. Shout out to TPK. Yo, let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm pretty sure y'all could, but I just like to get noticed, man. Okay, so if Low answer me, that means that y'all can hear me, man. Let me let the building fill up a little more. And then, we're going to do what we normally do, man. Give our shout outs and all that. Happy holiday. You heard Monday's a holiday. Happy holiday to y'all. We got my man Midwest Mo in the building. Midwest Mo's doing this thing. Y'all already know, baby. Chi-Town, man. That's how we do it, man. Okay, baby. Okay, that's what I like to hear. Okay, we got enough in the building. All right, so now we're going to start the message of the day. Then we're going to keep it pushing, man. Message of the day, man. Live and let live. All that hating, negative shit on people for no reason or people that you know that's doing better than you. Listen, man, just live and let live. Shout out to JK in the building. Much love. Appreciate you showing up. But like I said, live and let live, man. Stop the negative shit. Stop being mad because people got a better job, a better car than you, got better opportunities than you. Just keep going all out, man. Keep trying your best. That's all you could do is give it all you got. Like in the army, be all you can be. That's all you could do. I'm going through it right now. I'm a dude that's used to having mega paper, but I'm living a different life. And that paper ain't around like it used to be. But I'm letting dudes live, and I'm living. Live and let live, man. Let's start this motherfucking show. Al York Sports, you heard? The raw truth. I ain't gonna stop doing that. I might give it a few week breaks. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But I'm gonna keep coming with that, because that's what I do. That's who I am. That's part of what starts me and my engine going. You feel me? That's what keeps the engine going. It's kind of like my starter. That's my starter right there. But salute to everybody. Live and let live. TGI Friday. And like I said, leave all that hate and negative shit for them bum motherfuckers, man. Separate yourself. Get better karma. When you don't hate and wish your pawn bad, you get better karma in your life. You get a more peaceful life. And as you get older, I hope to God that's what you're searching for. I'll be damned if you're searching for anything else going up on numbers. The 18, 19, I get it. They still going through the motions. Let's start this motherfucker. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York, Nueva York. Peace to the shooter. Coast to coast, Mike, my man. Few texts. Mac 1 beats the R. And I'm still going to say shout out to Chico Liston. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm still going to give him a shout out. Shout out to Arrowhead Media. They do editing. Hook your content up. These guys I fuck with when I do my sports book reviews. They got flexible hours, etc. You can reach them at Arrowhead Media 702 on Instagram. If you're in the Vegas area and you want some work done, link up with my guys, man. I don't give a fuck. You can't produce content like I could, so I don't care giving that plug up. Long as that plug stay with me, I give a fuck who utilizes that plug. This ain't like coke on the block. This is different. So I give up that plug like no tomorrow because long as they ready for me, when I'm ready to give that work, I ain't worried about nobody's content when it comes to me doing mine. And that's a fact. All right, where we gonna start off first? All right, we're gonna start off with Derek Carr has recently announced his retirement. He got a bad shoulder, man. Bad shoulder. He said, you know what? I want to retire. He played 169 games, 77 and 92 QB record, 65.1 completion rate, 41,000 yards, 251 touchdowns, 112 interceptions, four-time Pro Bowler. I think he said at least he left the game with more yardage than Joe Montana. I don't know what the fuck he meant for that. Maybe my man Mark Guillory can let me know about that. Because I don't know what the fuck he meant by that. That I left with more passing yardage than Joe Montana. Because you're not even in Joe Montana's like you're not even close to being there. Like if this is second place, you like down here to Joe Montana. So I don't know where that shit come from. Other news. Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay, who had led the team since 1997 and the president over the Story franchise's greatest errors, died this Wednesday at 65 years young, died peacefully in his sleep. Jim Irsay, kind of like, what's that guy name? Blanc from Atlanta. The old man from Atlanta, something Blanc, man. Damn, what's his name again? But anyway, Irsay and Blanc are, to me, the coolest owners, man. These guys is mad cool. I love these guys when they show them, when they show them in the game or like a commercial or whatever it may be. These guys always had a smile and always was mad cool with it. Unlike Jerry Jones, etc. Rest in peace to Jim Irsay, man. Other news. 49ers and Brock Purdy have agreed on a 5-year extension worth 265 M's, includes 181 guaranteed money for a game manager. I'm going to call it straight out like it is. I understand his first 3 seasons he made like 2.6, so he was very underpaid, and it's only right that he get the bag. I get it. But you throwing a bag of money to a game manager. The guy got an average arm, maybe average speed, short. I mean, he makes some throws. He makes some big throws, but you put any decent quarterback to me in this system, they're going to elevate. This system is made for a quarterback to succeed. Kaepernick, all these guys. The only one that didn't succeed because he broke his leg was that rookie that they traded all those draft picks for. That was with the Cowboys, Trey Lance. And I think if he would have stood there long enough, he would have succeeded. Shout out to Breezy. Shout out to my little sister. I can't forget y'all. Even though I'm doing my subject, I'm still going to give y'all a shout out. But like I said, you know what? At least you got somebody that knows the system. He proved that he can win games here as long as they got a good team. But that's just, to me, the bag's just a little too steep. But I guess, this era, I guess it is what it is, man. But one thing I can't say, he's not a bum. I hate when people call him a bum. Brock Purdy's not a bum. Very serviceable quarterback, and even a little better than that if you ask me, but not worth that money. Other news. Former MVP Ronald Acuna Jr. Supposed to make his debut today. This guy's been having leg issues for the last couple years. A guy of this talent, I hope this is the last big injury that he gets for a lot of years, because this is a talent that if you keep on the field, not only can contend for MVPs, help his team get deep in the playoffs, but also Hall of Famer potential. But if you hurt a lot, that's going to take you out that Hall of Fame run. And this kid's a 5'2" player. You guys that know Ronald Acuna Jr. know he get busy when healthy. I hope that he can stay healthy so he could accomplish all the goals that God has set him up to achieve. Salute to Ronald Cooney Jr. I'm glad you back in the game. You fun to watch. Other news. Detroit Lions star Aiden Hutchinson, whose leg flopped like a fucking noodle. I think it was a Monday night football game. I don't know what he did. He stuck his leg out and it hit a lineman's planet leg. And when it hit it, it cracked and it looked like a noodle, bro. I swear to God, one of them no noodles, the way they move around, all slippery and every which way, his bone broke, bro. And to be all the way back, I'm hoping he's 100%. I'm hoping he could get off that leg like he used to. I know I might be asking too much, but this guy's a stud. Hutchinson's a stud. And if he's 80% of what he was, he's still going to be an all pro and a dynamite fucking defensive lineman. Other news, last but not least, Philadelphia Phillies, Jose Alvarado, an important piece of the Phillies bullpen. Steve Levine, my man, a Philly kid, y'all lost the big one, tested positive for external testosterone. So, PED use. What I don't understand about these dudes, every day, banks, MLB, NFL, everything's getting smarter with technology. Every 4 weeks, technology gets better. You think if you cheat, you're gonna get away with it? You're not gonna get away with it, bro. Like if they keep catching people, like I don't understand why you would even risk this. 80 days, and if I'm correct, if he gets another one, I don't know if it's 2 or 3, but I know it could be a lifetime ban. So Alvarado, you better motherfucking watch it because you're about to be out of baseball. Mark Guillory, where you at? MG Raider, Brian Ford in the building. We got Suge Knight in the building. Everybody, I appreciate y'all tuning in with the Big Nick game on. We have to win game 2. And if you leave it up to me, they got to win game 3 also to make up for game 1. Let me get my boy in the building. Let me see if I can tap him in real quick. Mark,
Al,
what up, baby?
what's up, baby?
You can hear
What's
me?
going on? What's going? Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on with these Knicks? What you got going? Are you serious? Are you
Well,
serious?
what do you mean? You still talking about game 1?
No, I'm talking about the whole damn thing, man. I didn't know I was calling out the Knicks for like a championship run when I said they're gonna win the first round. I didn't know. I didn't know y'all had this in you.
Well,
Whoa.
I didn't know either because I called Boston in round 2. Not that I don't love my Knicks. I'm an analyst and I'm a truth teller. And I just felt like since Boston beat them 4 in a row and something like 17 out of 20, where would I say the Knicks gonna win that series? But they did. And I was wrong. And I admitted it my third time admitting it on the show because I don't hide. If I lose, I lose. A lot of people hide. They go under a rock, under a shell. That's the difference between Al York and other people. But anyway, now that you touching base on my New York Knicks, game 2, game 1 we gave away.
Ah,
She saw a battle early.
that was terrible.
Late in the game, we went up 16, late, like 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. Then we were up 14 with 2.5 minutes. And the Pacers went on a 26 run to push it to overtime, which I thought they won the game on Halliburton's so-called 3 choke move, but it was only a 2-point shot. So that banged the game into overtime, which I was hoping we would have beat them because the whole New York would have been doing this shit here, to get at Halliburton for
Been
that bullshit.
been there, done that, y'all. Y'all been there, done that.
Yeah, but at the same time, we came back twice against Boston. So, it might be a different team. Let's see what happens tonight. My thing is, not only I feel we need to win game 2, but we have to win either game 3 or 4, but I would like to win game 3 to make up for game 1 and then have the home court again and then go game 4 still in Indiana. But that's me wishful thinking. What's your take so far in 1.5 games, Mark Guillory, that you have been looking at my New York Knickerbockers?
Well, that game hurts. That loss is gonna hurt. I'm not sure. I can't call the Knickerbockers, man. Like that, the Knicks been surprising me. They didn't surprise me going into the playoffs. I talked about Jalen Brunson. I said this dude is like on another level. And are the Knicks tired? Are they tired? Did they lose focus? Do they think the game is over when they're up by 10 with a minute left? I mean, what's going on with the coaching staff? I literally turned that game off at like about a minute and 45 seconds. I was like, I went to bed. I was like, I'm
Bro,
tired. I'm going to bed.
that was a
And when I woke,
horrible loss, bro.
I woke up in the morning and they lost. Actually, I didn't even know they lost until I saw people's reactions. I was like, whoa. Then I went back and looked at the game. I'm like, wait, y'all gonna play some defense? What's going on? There was some bickering on the sideline all of a sudden. Um, this is I think it's inexperience to tell you the truth because my team,
I'm not.
you
I'm
know,
not even going to go there, Mark.
it's
Listen,
inexperience. It's
listen.
it's got
They
it's
just
got to be
choked.
it's
Mark, don't make no
inexperience.
excuses. Don't
You
make no
got
excuses for my
to
team.
make an
We
excuse.
just choked, dog.
Well,
Listen,
well,
we
I'm gonna tell
just
you
choked.
this.
I don't want no
It's not.
inexperience. I don't want. He should
It's
have took this guy
inexperience.
out.
Well,
You're up. You're up. You up 14 points with 2.5 minutes at home. You the highest seed. You supposed to win this game. You beat them 2 out of 3 in the regular season. You have to win this game. I don't want no excuses. We fucking choke. Bottom line. Anything else you want to add on, Mark?
well, it's not just you gotta figure out why they choke too. You can't just say they choke because like it's obvious they choke, but why did they?
Missing
So that
free throws is one. I can name you a few of
well,
them.
I mean, but
Let
it's not
Naismith get
no,
open
no,
3 straight times.
no,
What else you want, Mark?
they were scoring baskets. The Knicks were scoring baskets and choking. So like it's not just a choke job, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you is that it wasn't just choking. It was like whatever scheme they had on the defensive end, they were letting the Indianapolis Pacers take these 3 pointers, and they got hot. Indiana got hot, and like they were except for one was contested, the other ones weren't. So and now the series.
Naismith hit 5 threes in the last 4 minutes. How do you know double team him? Like, how you know he
I'll
like
put a
Steph
body.
Curry out
I'll
there?
put somebody on him, man. Guard him like white on rice. Like put somebody on him if he's getting that hot. Like
Oh, you
that's
got
not
to
that's not.
double him because he kept picking around one guy.
Well, they don't switch. Like so like you don't got to
Double
double
up,
him.
huh? Like they
You
did
don't
to
have to
Curry.
double
Like
him. Don't
Minnesota that one game
just
did to
no. You
Curry.
don't have to double him. Just don't switch on the screen. Just stay right up in his face. All you need is one stop in the last 1 minute. You don't. All you need is one stop in the last 1 minute,
And Mark, you know what?
and they didn't get
We
one
lost that
stop.
game, right? We lost that game. We choked. I get what you're saying, what we could have done. Let's move on, Mark, because I'm getting
Well, well,
upset.
now,
It
well,
got
now,
nothing
well,
to do with
now,
you. Got nothing to do. I'm just
well,
getting
now,
upset because we
well,
should
now,
not have lost that fucking game, bro.
now you're in a tough series because you're
Yeah.
-1, and the Pacers are hanging around, and it's in the back of their mind now that the Pacers are hanging around. They're down by 3 right now at halftime, and it's like that pressure. What's the pressure going to do? So you're right. The Knicks have to win this game. If they don't win this game, the series is over. If
Unless they can win two over
they,
there, and I don't see that happening.
if the Knicks don't win this game, they can't. Don't stop talking about 2 over there. If they can't
Bro,
win
one
this
thing, no,
next
no, no.
game,
I
they're
could
not
give
going to
them the
win.
benefit. I'm gonna
They're
tell
not
you
going to
why I
win.
could give them.
No,
Hold
they're
on,
not
Mark.
going to. If
I
they
could
don't
tell
win,
you.
if
Listen, you're
no,
not
no,
listening.
no, I'm
I
not
want
going to
to win
listen to
the game
to
too.
that
Listen,
bullshit.
I want to
If
win game, but
look
listen.
the way they lost game 1, if they lose game 2, stop talking about if they can win 2 over there.
Mark, you're
That's
not
bullshit.
listening though. You just look at you just running your mouth. History proves it. We won 2 in Boston and we won 3 in Detroit.
But you
So
ain't.
listen,
But you ain't
I mean, I'm
lost
letting
one
you
like
talk. You gotta let me talk. I'm letting
you
you
ain't.
talk. You
You
gotta let
ain't
me talk.
lost one like you did here
I'm
though.
gonna let you talk, but you're gonna let me talk right after.
But don't
Go
be
ahead.
talking nonsense though. It's
Yeah.
your show, so you can talk whatever you want. But I'm
No, no,
saying
no. Go ahead.
you didn't lose game 1 or any game this entire playoff series like you lost game 1 against the Pacers. So if you lose this game, there is no game 3 in Indiana. There is you don't have an equivalent. I mean, you cannot come back after losing game 1 the way it happened and then losing game two as well, and say if we win two in Indiana. What are you talking about?
Well, listen. I agree with you, but don't say there's no way it can happen because you're not making sense like this saying that. But I know what you mean. Psychologically, I mean, I can't even say the fucking word, but psychically, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you lose game one like that, that shit fucks with your mental. I get it. So you gotta win game two, and I'm stressing you gotta win game three. But don't tell
Well,
me that there's no way possible that a team loses the first two games that they can't win the other two. That's happened numerous times in the NBA. But I know what you're saying. The way they lost game one, you almost have to win tonight and then split in Indiana. Is that a fair statement?
yes, that's exactly what has to
But
happen.
they got to win tonight. I get it. But don't say that they 1,000% out because they're not 1,000% out
I,
if they lose tonight.
look, I'm not. Anything is possible. I mean, like shit, the world can end tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. Like that. Come on, dog. Like,
Asteroid can strike the Earth, and they don't even have to worry about Game Three because,
yeah, but
like
I'm not gonna count them out. But I'm gonna
but
say that they done.
in
But I'm not gonna say
reality,
100%.
but in reality, if the Knicks don't win tonight, I mean, their backs are against the wall now, and
I
so
agree.
the
I agree.
likelihood of them going to Indiana after losing game one like they did, and then follow up of Indiana win tonight. I don't believe there's a likelihood to win two in Indiana. They might be able to get game four, but how you mount up that spirit again, like they came out in game one and they gave it all up in 2 minutes. I mean,
Yeah, that's
they
horrible.
they killed
That's
Indiana
horrible.
for 46 minutes. It was the Knicks rolling over Indiana, and then all of a
No, no,
sudden,
no. It wasn't like that. It was going back and forth early, Mark. There was
uh,
times the Knicks went down, Indiana went down. But in the fourth quarter, we did take a commanding lead
it was
for
back
five
and forth.
minutes.
It was back and forth, but the Knicks had what were the stronger team the entire game. Matter of fact, if they just let the Pacers score layups, they would have won by 10 points.
Well, Charles Barkley said something interesting. A guy that is very horrible with handicapping. He said the pace is Indiana's pace at halftime. And I'm not saying he's right because they won a miracle game, but he was right to a degree because it was a lot of baskets. And the Knicks is not going to outscore Indiana. If they play 10 times all overs, Mark, I'm taking Indiana because they can outscore my team. But a nice defensive game, like kind of like tonight, I expect the Knicks to win this game. And they better win this game. But you're right.
Yeah.
If they lose, I would say 80%, but I'm not going to say 100%, bro.
Well, I won't say that either.
I'm not going to say 100%.
But it's gonna be tough if they lose this game. They're not gonna. I wouldn't bet on them winning two in Indiana if they lose this game. Um,
Even if they could split, win one at home, but there's going to be asking for like a miracle. Then you got to win like 2, 3 in a row against a team who only win 5 games in the last 2 series.
right.
They beat Cleveland 4-1, Milwaukee 4-1. So, yeah, we have to win that game, but it is what it is. Let's win tonight, and then we can start all over and hopefully sneak one over there. And if we sneak one over there, we get home court advantage again, Mark. But we got to start by winning tonight. Anything you want to add to the series before we move on,
I,
Mark?
I think we exhausted this series. We'll see what happens in the second half. Hopefully, the
Got you.
Knicks pull it out.
Got you. By the way, Brunson dropped 43 in opening night. Halliburton 31 and Naismith 30. And Naismith hit like, if I'm correct, I think he hit 18 or 20 in that fourth quarter alone, bro.
Well,
Amazing.
you want to? I do want to add one thing. The NBA is rooting for the Knicks in to win this series because if the Knicks don't win this series, ain't nobody watching the winner of OKC Minnesota versus the Indiana Pacers. I'm not watching it. I mean, I might watch it just so I can
No,
like
I know what you're saying.
check
The
it out.
world
But
ain't gonna watch it.
nah,
No, the basketball guys are gonna watch it, not the world.
right.
Not the
I mean,
world. I
already
get it.
the
I get it.
Western Conference Championship is down. What we haven't even talked about that, but like the viewership was down.
Yeah, the ratings.
What 50% from last year?
I mean, if you look at the ticket sales, Mark, the lowest ticket for the Western Conference Finals, I think the lowest was $95. The
Wow.
lowest for this one, it's like 650. So
Wow.
that doesn't tell
That's
you what you need to
crazy.
know. Yeah, I
That's
mean that's
crazy.
crazy. That's like six times
So
what people
so
want.
I think the NBA might just have to step in and be like, let's call it for the Knicks, man. We got because otherwise we're gonna have a horrible postseason.
I think Pacers and OKC will make a great chip.
Uh,
I,
I,
I'm
man,
definitely I want
that'd be
every game on
terrible.
that.
That would be terrible for viewership, man. Ain't nobody. You ain't paying. If you're a CEO of a company, you're not paying no ad for that series. You're gonna look at the WNBA Fever
Well, you got
versus.
OKC, you got the MVP. I
I
mean,
rather
they
I
got a
rather
little bit of thing going on. They got the MVP over there. You know what I'm
you're
saying?
gonna show an ad on the Fever versus the Sky rather
Wow.
than the NBA
All right, let's move
championship.
on. Let's move on because I know where you're going with it. Uh, you're going to the Western Conference Finals. Two zip OKC. Two easy one games, especially in the second half. The Thunder dominated defensively. They showed they were deeper. They looked a lot better. I'm kind of disappointed with the Wolves. I thought Ant-Man and them were really a team. I really thought, Nas Reeves and the Alexanders and all these other guys would really participate like they did against the LA Lakers. And the only guys really showing up right now, and Julius Randle just showed up in game one. He didn't show up in game two. Edwards had a bad second half in game two. So it's really just Anthony Edwards. And you ain't going to beat OKC with all these fucking ponies they got, especially coming off the bench. I mean, they got guys coming off the bench averaging 10. Then you got SGA, you got Dubs doing this thing. You got Hardenstein, Chet Holmgren. I mean, where do you stop at? And how do you beat this team if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Well, I'm going to say this: watching that series, as painfully as it's been, out and like I had to turn it off a game two.
Yeah, it's
I,
sad. I'm glad
I mean,
Minnesota
it was just
can't
a
even hang.
boring game. It makes me realize how good Steph Curry is. That Steph Curry got hurt, and Minnesota was able to basically sweep the Warriors without Steph Curry, 4-1. And then the Minnesota Timberwolves are who we think they are. I'm gonna use
I don't know
a
about that. I lost money with the Lakers thinking they were that, and
you know
then they
what?
fucking showed another
But the
team.
Lakers are not good either. But they're worse than the Minnesota Timberwolves. But
Shit.
they're not a Western Conference championship team.
Yeah,
And
but
like
you look
I know.
at Doncic. You
Well,
look
you
at
have
Doncic. You beat Minnesota on your own, right?
well,
But then you go to
Luca
the
just
Lakers
got to
with
the team.
LeBron. You go to the
Luca,
Lakers with LeBron, and you can't
you
beat them.
can't
That's just
you
crazy.
can't just add one player to the Lakers and think you're gonna beat
No, but
Minnesota.
the
Minnesota,
Lakers, to me, had a better unit than that Maverick
no,
team. That
not
Maverick
no
only
no
had
they didn't.
Kyrie and Luca.
No, they
Yes,
didn't.
they did.
The
Everyone
Lakers
was
have no
gassing. I mean, those guys wasn't.
the
Those guys are
Lakers don't
just
play.
role
The
players.
Lakers don't have a defensive unit. I mean, that's why
They don't
Minnesota
have
beat them.
a rim stopper. That was their
They
problem.
don't have
They
a.
don't have a
They
rim
lost. They
stopper.
lost. Well, that adds to defense, doesn't it? So I'm saying they don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a
that's
defensive
what they
unit. So
list. But I'm just
there's
saying.
zero
But
defense.
they got
Look how
Vanderbilt. He
easily
could D up.
with Steph Curry. Look how easily the Golden State Warriors dispatched Minnesota in Game One, and then
He said
um,
easily. You a funny dude.
he only
That
played
was not
13.
easily. I seen that game. They
It was easy.
beat them, but that wasn't easily.
I mean, there's no game that's
They
going to be
made
easy, but
shots.
it didn't come
They
down to
made
it didn't come down to the
you
last
guys made
minute.
shots like
It didn't
Indiana
come
made
down
shots
to the. It
in
didn't
game
come
one.
down to. It didn't go to overtime. It didn't come down to the last
You
minute.
guys made shots. I'm saying you made shots
That's
that
how
game.
you win
That's the
basketball
only
games. That's
game y'all made shots.
and in
Buddy
football,
Hill,
you score
we didn't
touchdowns.
have
And in
another Buddy Hill
football, you
season.
score touchdowns. And in baseball, you score runs. Exactly. That's how you win games. Al York,
Yeah, but you kill me how you get so much credit to a team that got one real good player. I like buckets, but
Michael
buckets
Jordan.
ain't a difference maker.
Michael Jordan with the Chicago Bulls. Without him,
Scottie Pippen. Scottie
without Michael Jordan,
Pippen.
without
Top
Michael Jordan,
50. You
without
can't tell
Jordan,
me Jimmy Butler top
without
50.
Jordan, how many Bulls championships occurred?
What are you talking about?
Without Jordan, how many Bulls championships occurred?
You're not saying nothing. Same thing if Curry
One
wasn't
player.
playing. They
One
wouldn't win
if
what? No, but
right.
you
So
saying
that,
it like
but you said putting too
you
much
saying
stock
it
into
like
one
if
player.
Curry was
One
healthy.
player makes the whole
Yo,
difference.
when I hear you,
One
it's
player
like if Curry was
makes the
healthy,
whole
it could
difference.
be OKC right now.
Without Brunson, the Knicks aren't even in the playoffs.
No, let's keep it Curry. You keep jumping lanes. We ain't
Well,
gonna
I'm
jump
talking
no
about
lanes.
you said
I'm
one
going on,
player.
and you're gonna let me talk too, because I see how you try to defend your shit. You gonna let me talk. Curry's good. I give it to him. I love Curry.
Curry's not is
But
just great. He's
Curry
great.
with this team is not gonna get through Minnesota and then get through
They would
OKC.
have.
You fucking bugging, my
They
guy.
would have
You
swept
bugging.
Minnesota.
You bugging. They ain't got enough. They don't even got
They
a
would have
bench. Golden
swept
State got
Minnesota.
no bench.
They
They
would have
got
swept
Penzinski as
Minnesota.
their third scorer. You wilding for the night
Golden
right now.
State with
I know
Curry
you
would have swept
like Golden
Minnesota.
State, but you wilding for the night.
Matter of fact, OKC's going to sweep Minnesota because they weren't that
Yeah,
good. Golden
but don't
State with
say
Golden
Curry was
State. If,
healthy,
Cur- if
like they gonna
Curry
get out the
did,
fucking
if
Western
Curry
Conference.
didn't get hurt, they would have swept
Right.
Minnesota. They would have
Fuck out
swept
of
Minnesota.
here, man. You bugging. You bugging,
Th-
dog.
How am
They
I
don't beat
bugging when like
Minnesota.
if you actually
Six
watch
games,
the
7
games,
games.
if you actually
Six,
watch the games,
maybe
it's
six.
clear that
They're
Golden
not deep
State was missing
enough.
Curry.
Yo, Minnesota's not even deep enough, but they deeper than them.
Golden State
Minnesota deeper
missed
than Golden
Curry
State.
26 points a game. They
Like
lost
I
by
said,
like what, 8 a
Minnesota
game?
deeper than Golden State. And you're gonna tell me that
Dude,
Anthony
you're
Edwards,
the only
hold up. You're
person
gonna tell me Anthony
in
Edwards
the
has no
world
Curry?
that thinks
Then
Golden
you can't
State would not
no
have
Curry? You
won at least
bugging.
4-1. You're
You
the only
bugging.
person in the world.
Anthony Edwards spelled
Anthony
Curry
Edwards can
all
have his.
day.
He lost by 30 and scored 30. What are you talking
No,
about?
no, they can't beat OKC. Just like
OKC beat the
Curry
shit out of like.
Curry would have lost by 40 to them. They
Oh
too
hell no,
deep for them.
no,
More.
no.
They too
No,
deep.
no,
They
no,
tall.
no, no, no,
They
no.
deep. They got the MVP. They
Hey,
got none of them teams.
there's
The
something wrong with
only
your
team that
assessments.
hold up.
For
The
some
only
reason,
team
I don't
that
know.
could beat
You have some kind of
OKC.
bias
No, the
because
only
I'm telling you right
team.
now.
No, you
Hey,
biased.
stats
You
don't lie.
biased. You
Stats don't
never
lie.
said that Golden State
Stats
could
don't
lose.
lie. One of the greatest shooter that God ever made plays for Golden State Warriors. And I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
this right now.
And he
And the
showed people.
Golden State would have won that series against the Timberwolves at least 4 games to 1. And then this series would have been actually watchable. This series is not watchable because
Excuse
OKC
my back, my
is
man.
destroying.
Excuse my back.
Oh, it's all good. I'll talk to the people. Like that's why I'm on here to talk to the
Listen,
people.
4-1. Listen, you know I love you, but we ain't talking about if I love you. We talking
I
basketball.
mean, I mean,
We talking
you're not
basketball.
talking
And you
basketball.
driving
You're
me
talking
crazy right now.
baseball. You're
You
talking
telling me
baseball because
this
apparently
36
you
years
don't
old,
watch basketball. As a matter of fact,
36
have you
years old
watched
guy
basketball in
with
the
no
last 10
hair
years? Have
is
you even
gonna beat
who
a
has
whole
won
team like
the more
OKC?
championships in the last 10 years? What player has won the most championships
He
in the
ain't
last
got
10
no help though,
motherfucking
Mark.
years? You
You
tell
don't got
me what
help,
player
Mark.
has won the most championships
You
in the
don't
last
got
10
help, Mark.
motherfucking years. Tell me, name the
You
player.
got no help.
Name the player.
Yo,
Name the player
yo,
that's won the
Curry.
most
Yo,
championships.
Curry
Name
went
the player.
there. You
Name the
lost
player.
4
I want
straight
you to say
blowouts.
his name. Say his name.
4 straight
Say
blowouts.
his name.
Don't
Who's won
get
the
me
most
going, dog.
championships in the last 10
You
years?
fighting the
Say
wrong
his
battle right
name.
now.
Come on now. Say his
Yo, you
name.
can't be
His
a
name is
gorilla.
Wardell.
You can't
Wardell
be a gorilla.
Stephen
Remember that.
Curry has won the most championships of any player in the NBA in the last 10 years. And what you talking about? Huh? What are you talking
And,
about? Trying to tell
and
me
what
that they
that
didn't
mean?
miss him. And
What
then
that means
he
right
beat
now?
he beat the Minnesota
What
Timberwolves
that
at their
means
house.
right now?
Game 1. If he didn't get hurt, the Warriors might have swept the Wolves. You
Oh, you know
crazy.
what? We gotta get off. You know what? You listen. One thing I give to you,
What?
you
You
a loyal
speechless.
son
You
of
speechless.
a gun. I like knowing. Look it. I like knowing
You
that I
speechless.
got. Hold up. I'm gonna give you credit. So let me talk at least if I'm giving you credit. Goddammit. One thing I can say that you are a loyal son of a gun, bro. So I know for sure if somebody talking bad about me, I'm gonna get this energy out of you like you doing it to Steph Curry. So you know what? I
What?
kind of like that shit. You know, I kind of like that shit. So let's move on Does the Minnesota at least get one at home? Let's be realistic, Mark.
No, they don't. Not not
Oh
not
wow.
not not the way it looks. I mean, it's a boring series because OKC is dominating everywhere. So where can you pivot and tell me that the Timberwolves have a chance to beat OKC? You can't pivot in
I
any
think
statistical. No
if you get
statistical.
Nas Reed and all the best guys to
Hey,
help,
you
I
know
think
what?
they could win one.
It,
I'm
it,
say one.
on your NBA Xbox, they have a chance, but not in real life. Not in real life. So
Listen,
I'm
I'm
saying
not mad.
the way they're
That makes
playing, the
sense.
way they're
That
playing,
makes
they're not going to
sense.
win a game.
What I seen, it don't look like they could win one. But I'm gonna say they're gonna get one. I'm gonna say because the NBA will make an extra couple of mil, at least 50 to 100 million for an extra game. So I think they'll figure out a way that I'm to win one. But I think that's where it ends, Mark.
They're going NBA is going to try, but I mean, the way that series is going, they might just say, "Fuck it, we'll wait on the Knicks Pacers, man," because like they ain't, the way the Minnesota Timberwolves are playing, man, like it's like crazy. It's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
it.
But like
I'm
like I
very
said before,
disappointed.
this series, I said it in the beginning when we started talking about this series. It makes me realize how great Stephen Curry is this series because Minnesota is not a good team and they beat Golden State 4-1 because Steph Curry got hurt. That's it. That's it. That's the only reason why they're even here. If Steph Curry played the entire series, they might not even won one game.
I'm not gonna answer that. I already told you what I
But
felt. I
let's
got
look at
you.
statistically though. Steph
No, look
Curry is
here.
averaging
Listen, I'm not gonna argue, though.
24 points a
You
game in the
already
playoffs.
got my high blood
24
pressure up here.
points a
So
game in the
look
playoffs.
here. That's not like I said. There's not one time once you've been on my show 4 or 5 years that you ever said Golden State was bad or they wasn't gonna
I
lose.
did.
So
I
you
did say
always
that.
say they're gonna
I
win.
have.
So you know
No,
what?
that's not true. That's
I
not true.
get it. That's your
That's
team.
not true. That's not
I
true. In
don't remember
2021,
one time
in
you said they were
2021,
gonna lose,
but
bro.
I remember in 2022, I said they were going to win. And you were like, "You crazy? You crazy? They're a 7 seed. You're crazy." I said, "Watch." Remember that? I said,
I don't
"Watch."
remember, but you know
I
what?
said,
I'm
"What?"
gonna believe you.
You said
I'm
they didn't
gonna
have
believe you. You know
KD.
why? You know why I'm gonna believe you? Because if I don't, we're gonna be arguing for 20 minutes. So you know what? We'll just let it go. Any last words on the Western Conference Final beside you thinking 4-0? I'm thinking 4-1. Anything you might want to add, or we
I
done
mean,
with?
I'll give you 4-1, man. I'll give you that. We can meet at the crossroads on 4-1. I just don't see one happening unless OKC just completely like gets bored.
Maybe
If they get
3-0, they get the fourth game. One of those.
if OKC gets bored, but
Yeah,
I
they
like
get the fourth game, then they close them out at OKC in front of the fan base. Something like that.
I mean maybe Shy lets his cousin go off, and like because some family shit. Like he's playing against his cousin off the bench, but like maybe that happens and like we'll see what happens. But
Okay,
they're not getting past OKC.
Okay, yeah, we know that. I mean, unless it's an injury or something, it doesn't look like it at all.
But
Real
it will
quick,
be funny. It will be funny though, to watch if OKC wins the championship. They've won it without Westbrook. They'll win it without KD, and they'll win it without the beard.
Harden.
That would be ironic.
Yeah, yeah. Real quick, SGA won the MVP. What's your take on that? This is a freestyle topic. I didn't mention this to you, but
Yeah,
we could tap into that real quick. What's your take on SGA beating out the Joker? Do you agree with that?
I think voters and folks just got tired of Jokic winning the. I mean, I think you made a great point when we discussed this about a month ago. If you look at stats, Jokic actually had one of his best seasons ever. He averaged a triple double. Well, a double digit points triple double, 20, 10, and 10.
Right.
There's not too many people that have done it in NBA history. I think he's only the fourth person to do that. So there's no reason statistically why he should not have been the MVP. When I look at the way Shy plays and how he has to play, I like the MVP vote for him. I think it's a good thing for the NBA too. I think there's the way he plays, it's more dynamic than Jokic and all. But I do think the most valuable player was Jokic though. I mean, in real talk. But
Yeah, I think
the mo
Jokic does more for Denver as a unit than SGA because SGA has a whole team with him. They got a bench too. But
and
he is
yeah,
the leader though. He is the leader. And he
and he's
averages 30 plus.
30, 10, and 10. I mean,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, you can't. He can win if he has numbers like that. Like he can win MVP every year. And so I do think that there was some Jokic fatigue. Um, you know that that went into the voting, but I don't think that people. I think he's in a bad market too. I don't think that people really understood what he did because they don't really see the games. But when he averages 30, 10, and 10, man. I mean, that's a crazy stat.
Yeah. But
You can't beat that
I
stat.
think SGA having them young boys averaging 32, I think 31 a game, best record in basketball. I think all of that, took to place. And like you said, Joke is in it every year. It was close enough to just give it to somebody else to spread the love on that trophy. I agree with that because what he got like three already,
Yeah, yeah, it's
Joker.
three. This would have been four.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was close enough where you could have went either way. And me and they're gonna go to the newer guy. I mean, they just trying to spread the love. But if it was something where like Joker had a way better season than him and they took it away, I would have been upset. But SGA, I think he did enough, and I'm all right. I'm all right with them giving it to him if that makes
I'm okay with
sense.
it too because he's a very special player.
Yep. All right, let's pivot. Mount Rushmore of the Philadelphia 76ers. So that we did the Lakers. I think you did the Lakers with me. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. And then I did Boston with X. Now we going to the Sixers. We're going to say one name each. There's no wrong answers. This is another franchise that you probably need three Mount Rushmores because there's so many great players that is unfair to just pick four and leave other guys out. So I'm going to start first, like I always do. And my first Mount Rushmore player for the Philadelphia 76ers is Julius the Doctor Irvin. That's my number one guy. Y'all go.
I mean, that'll be my number one too.
You with
So I
me with
guess
Irvin?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Okay.
that's my all-time favorite player in basketball.
I'm
So
not mad at you.
I had a Julius Irving poster on my wall as a Golden State Warrior fan. That's how my and he only came to Oakland one time. Um,
Right.
and the one time he came to Oakland, man, I got on. I talked in. I was so excited. I was talking in class, and I got a detention. And my dad said the punishment was going to be I could not go to the Philadelphia 76ers Warriors game.
Wow.
And man, that hurt. That hurt, man. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Uh, so yeah,
He
I'm gonna go
also,
with.
to me, he also started all that real dunking, like the style
Well,
dunking.
that's why they changed the ABA to the NBA because of Julius
Yeah,
Erving.
yeah.
He
I
played in
mean,
the
they was
ABA,
dunking before that, but Julius started
not
all
in the
this
NBA.
shit, foul
Not,
line shit.
not in the NBA. The ABA they were
Yeah.
dunking, but NBA they weren't dunking. They had
House
a no
shit,
dunk rule.
all that shit.
They had a no
Put your
dunk rule in
answers
NBA.
in, guys. Put your answers. Okay, my number two guy. I'm gonna go to the more of a future of this, Mark.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna go with the answer, Allen Iverson. I got him in the Mount Rushmore of the Philadelphia 76ers. Yo, go.
Well, I got him in the Mount Rushmore, but there's only four faces in the Mount Rushmore, and he would be maybe my fourth. My number
Right,
two face would be Moses Malone. Um,
right,
won a championship and actually brought him over to win a championship. And
right.
I love me some Moses Malone, man. That is an old man. Can the Warriors get somebody to just act like Moses Malone? Can you don't have to even
Yo,
just dunk,
I
rebound, and
got
play
a big
defense.
feeling. I'm gonna get the Greek freak, but right now he's gonna go around like a ping pong ball because
Man,
the
I don't need the Greek
He's
freak.
going to try to get the best deal. So, and it has to be a team that the freak wants to go to. But I know he don't mind going to Golden State. He already said that.
Well, I don't know. I Okay. You, you got people calling you.
Yeah, man.
Most
I don't
most
know why I'm end up yelling at this motherfucker, bro. I'm gonna
mo,
straight yell at this motherfucker.
I'm
We
gonna
good?
go with. I go with Moses Malone, man. Moses Malone is like that guy to me. Was one of the most tenacious forwards, power forwards in the history of the game. So I got to go. My number two player behind Julius Irving would be Moses Malone for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay, I'm listening. Let me just send this message to this guy. I hate to do this during the show, but he gotta know. Anyway, so you agree with Allen Iverson, correct?
Allen Iverson is borderline 4-4
It's
face.
either yes or no, Mark. Can't be borderline. Is he in or not?
Yeah, I got to see what the rest of your names is.
Okay, so you know what? I got him two. You got Moses two. I got Moses three. So everything that you said of Moses Malone, I don't have to repeat because you already basically covered. Big rebounder, big scorer, great teammate, plays hard, etc. My number four is going to be Charles Barkley, aka Sir Charles. But before I say that, I want to give my apologies to Billy Cunningham, Dolph Shays,
I was
Will
about to say
Chamberlain.
Hal
Yeah, Will
Greer.
Chamberlain that played a couple years, Maurice Cheeks, and Hal Greer. There's no way I cannot give my apology because any of these guys could have went into Mount Rushmore. But I'm going to put Sir Charles Barkley as my number four. So now that we know your three, who's
Charles
your
Bark
number?
Charles Barkley is my three.
Okay, okay. So you know what? Your four was up in the air. So you got Charles. Who's your number four, Mark?
I got to go with Billy Cunningham. I mean, I
Okay.
got to go with
I'm
Billy
not mad at
Cunningham.
you.
Uh, I want to
Also a
say
great coach for them.
AI, but AI didn't
Yeah.
do as much as Billy Cunningham did.
Yeah, Steve
And,
Levine, Philly King, y'all better put your heads together.
but AI
This is your
AI
team. Yeah.
AI is 4-5 with Cunningham though. I mean, I'm an old school dude. So I was about to say MFer, but I'm an old school dude. So I remember Billy Cunningham. A lot of people don't, and don't forget about Hal Greer, man. Like Hal
That's what I
Greer is
said.
like
I'll agree.
a
Like any of these guys,
legendary
Maurice
Philadelphia.
Cheeks was
And
great.
then I'm not sure we can just get rid of Wilt Chamberlain either. That's why I'm troubled with AI and being on the face because Wilt Chamberlain played for the Philadelphia and the Golden State, the San Francisco Warriors, and the Philadelphia 76ers
But
over 13
he
years.
only
So
played like 3, 4 years.
I,
Iverson played his
no, he played,
basically almost his whole career.
but Wilt Chamberlain played for the Philadelphia Warriors for 10 years. So they weren't
Right.
called the Sixers back then. So he actually played in Philadelphia
Oh, you know
longer
what? You got that's a great point. That's a great point.
than the AI did. So, he has to be.
Yeah,
I
and he
mean,
got one chip too there too, by the way,
he sure
because he got
does.
one
So
in L.A.
it's hard to if you just say Philadelphia, if you talk about franchise, I guess we wouldn't have Will there because for the franchise he only played 3 years with the Sixers, but he played over 10 years in Philadelphia for the Warriors and the Sixers.
So do you
S-
got him in saying all this hot shit?
no, I have Billy Cunningham as my fourth.
So you got Cunningham in front of him?
I have Dr. J, Moses Malone, Charles Barkley, Billy Cunningham, top four. AI is right there.
Okay, my four: Julius Irvin, Allen Iverson, Moses Malone, and Charles Barkley. Okay, it's unfortunate though that Iverson and Charles don't have a chip, and
No.
Julius and Moses have a chip together when they
Yep.
beat the Lakers. And I seen that series
That's
when
right.
Doc cuffed it on Michael Cooper.
It cuffed it, and went.
All right, choose one and why, and
Here
we
we
gonna
go.
get your ass out of here. Copy?
Ten
You
four.
ready?
10-4.
Tight ends.
Cold black. Cold
Now,
black. Cold black.
this is the thing. I want you to look at the tight end as an overall position, not because one does this better. You do what you want, but I just want to make this fair because this is a lot closer than what people think when you make it a whole tight end instead of just one little thing he does better. Brock Bowers, aka BM, or Trey McBride. Who you rather have? Who and why?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go with my Raider, Brock Bowers. I mean, the
Now,
dude's just.
both of them had a lot of receptions. They was one reception away from each other. Got to make
I know,
that clear.
but Bowers had more yards. His yardage is a lot different than the other dude. So I'm gonna go
McBride
with
blocks a
Bowers.
lot better. See, that's what I'm saying.
I know,
So
but
whatever you
Bowers.
can say one way, I can counter it.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's fine. That's fine, blocking one way or another. But like Bowers, like number one, scored more touchdowns. Number two, got more first downs. So it's a game of inches, game of yards. Bowers,
You going Bowers?
absolutely.
I kind of like when I make a decision on a player, I like knowing that I could get more than one thing out this player. And McBride can block. You give a sweep, he's clearing that cornerback out the way. I can't say the same about Brock. Now, Brock offensively, the catch after the catch, the route faster than him, might have a little bit better hands because McBride got hands too. But I want the guy that could do more, kind of like Kittles from Frisco. He could block and receive the ball and go for a touchdown. If I got to go by the whole position, I'm taking McBride. But if we were just talking about speed, touchdowns, and catches, I'll take Brock. So I'm going McBride on this one. So we got the opposite side, but I'm not mad at you. I see exactly why you like this kid. This kid might break the tight end reception record if he could play at least 12, 13 years at the pace he's starting off at. Right or wrong?
He's a Kelsey in the making.
I think even faster than him, and I'm not going to say better, but I think as a receiver. Okay, if you're starting a franchise, which quarterback do you want? And think about this. Because the reason why I say that, because there's always a loophole in everything I give out. I do it purposely. Do you want Joe Burrow, a.k.a. I like calling him Joe Franchise, but they call him Joe Cool. But that's Montana's name. You know that. I know that.
Right.
But Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert, a.k.a. Beast Herbert, who and why, if you're starting a franchise with these two young players, one's 28, one's 27.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm a LSU fan and a Louisiana resident, so I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow. He stays in the pocket, man, and he stays in the pocket till the last minute and hits the open receiver. That's the reason why I'm gonna pick him up under Justin Herbert, who I do like as quarterback. I wish he didn't play for the plates. I call the Chargers the plates. That's what a Charger is. It's actually a serving plate. And they get served up to the Raiders all the
Put your
time.
answers in.
So I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow, and also he's a leader in the locker room. That's one of the big reasons why I love me some Joe Burrow because like, his teammates love him more than
Right,
I think that teammates love Herbert. He's a guy's guy. He's a player's guy, and uh, his, his teammates dig dirt for him.
right.
So I'm with Burrow. I'm with Burrow.
I love Joe Burrow. I loved him out of LSU. Herbert, Oregon didn't really turn me on like that, but he did his thing in the NFL. He's definitely where he doesn't get hurt as much as Burrow. That's the only thing with Burrow that if I'm
The better
starting a
line.
franchise, I gotta encounter. I'm gonna get this guy the bag, right? But this guy's bound to get hurt. He gets hurt a lot.
He gets hit a lot.
Yeah, but bottom line is he misses a lot of games, injuries. Now Herbert misses
He's the
games too.
worst.
Herbert stayed in the pocket. No. Listen, I'm not saying that Herbert's better than him. I'm just saying that Burrow gets hit and he constantly coming out of a game. If I'm starting the franchise, I gotta put that in the equation, Mark. I can't just put because he's better. Because if he's not on the field, what that does for me when it
Well,
matters.
you're missing a huge difference between Herbert and Burrow. Give Burrow Justin Herbert's line and tell me that he's not gonna that's not gonna make a difference.
I know what you're saying, but I'm going by what I've seen right now. I know what you're saying if you flip flop it, etc. I'm still going to go Burrow though because I like Burrow like that. But I would be really scared to be like, damn, I'm making this guy my guy, knowing that he gets hurt a lot. But I love the way he wings it, man. I don't think nobody wings it. I don't even think Mahomes wings it like him. If you want to be straight honest, out the pocket, I'm saying.
Well, hey, give Burrow a line, and that dude, like,
You
just give
agree
us
with me
some.
on that?
I,
Do you
I,
think he
I mean,
throw a
I,
better ball
I
than?
agree. I agree to well, Burrow throws a better ball than Herbert.
No,
That's
no, I'm
true.
saying than Mahomes.
I'm not sure I will go that far with Burrow.
I
I
think
haven't
he
seen.
throws a better ball than
I
him.
mean,
I'm not saying he's better than
can't
him.
say that because I've not seen that level of heightened elitism from Burrow. Although there's potential, I've seen it from Mahomes too many times to make a comparison. I don't think there's a comparison at this point.
Yeah, but
Burrow's got
you're not
Burrow's got to
hearing me.
go.
I'm not saying compare them as their accomplishments. I'm saying just in the pocket, freelancing, throwing a rock. I mean, you can compare anybody like that.
Nah,
You can have 8 Super Bowls to no Super Bowls, but if we're talking in the pocket,
you can't
throwing a
compare
rock.
Burrow to Mahomes.
Who you
Mahomes
like in the pocket throwing the rock? That's the question.
between
Mahomes and
Herbert and
Burrow. That's just
oh,
off the chart question.
Mahomes.
Okay,
He's
say
proven.
no more. Let's say you said your
He's
answer.
proven
I like Burrow better out the pocket, but as a whole quarterback,
out the
Mahomes
pocket.
easy. So there's no debate. Mahomes is the better quarterback. There's no debate. But
Out the
out the
pocket and
pocket,
inside the pocket.
I don't know inside the pocket. I mean, I love Burrow, bro. I seen him. The guy is fucking money. If he get an alley, he's money. But like I said, the comparison is Herbert. So we're going
Yeah,
Burrow over
I'm
Herbert,
going Burrow
even
over
though Burrow
Herbert.
gets hurt. Yeah,
Yes,
even though he gets hurt, I'm
he
taking
gets
Burrow.
hurt because he
Okay,
gets hit.
you need 1 yard. Everybody gets hit, Mark.
He gets hit
You
more than Herbert.
think you in the NFL, you're not going to get hit? Everybody gets hit.
There's a difference between the lines of San Diego Chargers, the plates, and also and the Bengals. The reason why excuse me, the reason why Burrow gets hit so much is because his line is sucked. They're just now addressing the line. They're just the Bengals are sad when it comes to the line. They've been sad their entire franchise history when it comes to the line. Boomer and Science would tell you that. But you give a line, an offensive line, to Burrow, and like he's way better than Herbert.
Ready to move on? So
Sure.
we got Burrow, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's move on. You need 1 yard. I'm gonna go back on you. I'm gonna test your history on this one. Don't mind me because I just had my mind elsewhere. I'm texting this motherfucker who's trying to call me, so I'm doing two things at one time. So if you see me, think like I'm looking like I am somewhere else. I'm texting this motherfucker real quick. You need 1 yard. You at the opponent's 19-yard line. Who you giving the ball to, Mark? Ernest Biner, aka Big E. I know you remember Ernest Biner.
Yep.
Or I have to dig this name up here. A lot of people's not gonna know this name. Armand Green, aka Batman. Who and why?
That's good. That's a good dig right there. I'm gonna go with Biner because I've seen several plays with Ernest Biner where he's hit. He needs 1 yard. I've seen the 1 yard plays. He's hit and he twists his body and makes a first down on his back. That's the kind of running back Biner is. He's gonna get the first down on his
Yeah, Biner
back.
do that. He do all that extra shit. You're right.
So I'm going with Biner on that. Green is more of a power back.
Yes.
He's gonna like charge forward. I mean, it's like hitting iron. But I think Biner like knows how to like
Elude
bounce
the
off.
tackler.
No, absorb the tackle, but then go twist his body or manipulate the force and also like make the yardage in a different way. So I'm gonna go with Biner on that.
That's good. I like that. I have to watch video on this because I like both of them off rip. But I said, you know what? Let me watch a little video. I'm on Green especially, man.
Yeah, it's big boy.
You give Armand Green the ball, he got some shit where he go low and he keep one arm out like this, kind of like a Heisman Trophy. And that one arm, you cannot get through that. You know that. It's almost like a metal bar almost. And as long as he got it on the tackler, he's gonna get that 1 yard, dog. I'm telling you, I watched it. I said, you know what? I miss Ahman Green. I knew I liked this guy. This is tough, Mark. It's no wrong answer here.
Right.
It's no wrong answer, but man, I like what you said, though. I like the fact that they can meet Bino on the line, and he could just kind of turn his body into a first down.
I've seen it too many times. I've seen it too
Yeah,
many
so
times.
the fact that he could do that, I know Ahmad can move the guy, but let's say if he didn't move the guy, that's his only way of getting that first down, which Biner can do that and then also swindle around you. I'm going to go Biner by like this much. I wanted Ahmad Green until you made that point. I just called a flashback. He does do that shit, Biner. He
Yep.
does do that. So I'm going to agree with you with Ernest Biner. And then now I'm going to just throw one off the head, a quick one. I did no homework, no nothing. As we were talking, I thought about it. If you
Uh-oh.
started a basketball franchise, do you take Jalen Brunson or Tyrese Halliburton to lead your point guard and your team to new success? Who you got?
You know, the funny thing about this question is that neither team that drafted him, they play for right now. So,
I
no,
know, right?
actually, except no, actually, no. Halliburton was drafted by the Sacramento Kings. So yeah,
Yeah, he was.
neither team that drafted him are they playing for right now. But I like Brunson a lot. I like Halliburton. Don't get me wrong. He's kind of a stretchy two. But I like Brunson because of the defensive end and what he brings to me in offense. I like him as an all-around player better, but it's very close. It's very close.
Halliburton's
Um,
taller than them too.
well, I mean, of course, and they play, and one's the point guard, the other's the shooting guard. But I like Halliburton can play
No, they both
a three.
point guards. Halliburton's a point guard.
Halliburton's not really a point guard. He's more of
He
a
can do
shooting
both,
guard.
but
I
he's
know
listed as a
he
point
can
guard.
do like LeBron James can play point, but
No, no,
he's a small forward.
but LeBron ain't a point guard. Halliburton's a point guard at Iowa
I,
State.
I,
He's a
I, I,
pure point
he,
guard. But you can shoot though.
I don't see Halliburton as a point guard. I see him as a more of a shooting guard.
Right.
I see Brunson as a shooting guard, point guard. He's a more of a point guard. Because he controls the ball. He brings the ball down. And like he's, and also he can get to the basket easier than Tyrese. And he has more versatility in his offensive arsenal. And also I like his defense against point guards better than Halliburton. Halliburton is a good defensive player. He's not a great one. But then at the same time, I like Halliburton's, his mid-range and three-point game is better than Brunson at
It's
times.
tough, man. Right
But
now, just me
but
hearing you confusing
oh,
me. Like it's
but
tough.
overall, I'm just
And it's
you threw it at me
hard to
like a
say that
lot.
Brunson's more money
But
because Halliburton's money too. How many games Halliburton won in the playoff? So he's money too.
I seen that. I like his ability to do that. He has that Kobe, mentality where he can win games. But so does Brunson, and I just think that Brunson's more versatile. And
Right.
that's how I'll choose Brunson.
I'm
I
gonna say
actually
Brunson's
I
more
want
money. I'm gonna
I
say he's
wanted
more money.
I think instead of drafting Wiseman, the Golden State Warriors should have dropped down or just drafted Halliburton. We missed out on that, and it cost our team a chip. Halliburton was
Yo,
available to the Warriors.
I love when you convert this and then you go an extra 10 minutes with it. Yo, you the best in this, dog. I give it to you.
The
But I
Warriors had an
gotta cut
opportunity to
you
draft
now
Halliburton.
because we're over the limit and my earpiece about to run out. It said low battery. So as much as I want to hear you, Mark, I can't afford the 20-minute extra shit right
It's all good. We should have drafted Halliburton, man. It
now.
destroyed my
Yo,
franchise.
love you,
All
my brother. I can't wait to look at this because we went at each other like
right. Yeah.
I think this was the highest we ever went. But this is the beauty of this. It's just sports, bro.
Yeah,
You know, if
yeah.
I was
Totally.
with you right now, we'll have a few drinks, even though I don't drink no more. But I'll have a few
Yeah.
drinks and we'll watch
I'll
the
give you a
fourth
truly.
quarter of
You
this
could
late game, brother.
you could have a truly.
Mark Hillary,
All right,
MG
man.
Raider, great work, baby.
All right, you guys.
All right, that's Mark Hillary, guys. Always bringing that heat. Y'all know how my man get down. Now we gonna do the spinoff. Uh, I gotta mention it. Chico Lister's not gonna be around. I don't know for how long. So He's the leader with 8 wins. Brian 4 got 7. Then everybody got 4, 5, etc. But when he's ready to come back, I'll notify y'all. So Brian right now has the lead. Brian has the lead. It was Chico, but like I said, Chico got caught up in some stuff. So you know what it is. So you know what I mean? Great work, Mark Guillory. Let's get this spin off, and good luck to everybody, man. Y'all know how I do it, man. The more, the merrier. Give me a minute. Let me get the song in real quick. Hold on. Give me a minute, and we're gonna rock. Good luck to everybody, man. I love to get a first-time winner, man. I mean, that's just how I like to do it, man. Give me a minute. All right, here we go. Let the best person win. The giveaways, Al York Sports Show. Summary coming next. Good luck to everybody. Come on, Knicks, we down 3 again. Hey, we better not lose this game, damn it. Lose this game here. We like lost the series, man. 80%, not 100%. Round 7, giveaway 1. Let's go. 1 through 20, guys. Come on, Knicks fans. Let's pull this Knicks win, man. Everybody get involved. We need this Knicks win tonight. They lose tonight. They got to go to Indiana 0-2. Not a good look. I promise y'all. Let's go. Round 7. Giveaway 1. I'm shaking these motherfuckers. Let's go. Let the best person win. Here we go. Round 7. Giveaway 1. Winner is on my go. Anything funny, no bueno. On my go. Winner is. Got a winner. Let me move it back. Round 7. Giveaway 1. Winner is. Number 19. Number 19. My man, Seth Elias, baby. Red Eye J Boogie brother. Seth Elias is your winner. He hasn't won in a while. So this is gravy right here. Salute to Seth Elias. And I got to total up his wins. If I'm correct, he's probably about 3 to 5. But I'll give you the exacts on the next show. Salute to Seth Elias. Now we going to giveaway 2, round 7. 19 is your winner. Show it again. 19 is your winner. Seth Elias, is he in the building? Is he in the building? All right, 21 through 40, guys. Few texts, we got to get you back on, baby. We miss you, few texts. Here we go, 25 through 40. Let me marinate these shits like Loca does her chickens. I know you be seeing Loca posting that food and all that. She be marinating the shit out of her chickens. And that's what I'm doing right now. Let's go. Here we go. Giveaway 2. Round 7. Winner is JK the building. X-Man in the building. I see y'all. Keep bringing that noise, y'all. Winner is I'm just marinating this motherfucker. Here we go. Got a winner. We got a winner, damn it. Fucking Knicks, man. They down 6. Come on, Knicks. Hold up. I'm not. It's right there. I ain't messing with it. My hands is up. There's no cheating. Making sure. No cheating. Winner is. Giveaway 2. Round 7 is. 38. 38. We got Big Tapia making a comeback, baby. He won his first last week. Now he wins again. And Tapia, you know I told you, when you win, you're going to win a cycle. Because you ain't winning so long. And you fucking with too many numbers not to win. 2 weeks in a row you got him. Big Tap, summary coming up. I'm hurting right now, man. My fucking Knicks are down 9. I gotta hope they come back like Indiana came back. Nothing in that way. We down 9. Let's come back within the next couple minutes. We're not gonna have a 26 run on them. We're not gonna do what they did to us. We gotta come back and win this game, man. 0-2, no bueno, man. I'm telling y'all right now, no bueno. Salute. Giveaway 1, number 19, Big Sus LES. Giveaway 2, round 7, Big Tapia. I told Tapia once he win 1, he gonna get hot, man. I don't know if he believed me, but I swear to God, I told him that because he went about like damn near 3 months he couldn't win 1. And Tapia buy numbers every week. He buy few numbers. So he's starting to get hot. Y'all gotta watch out for Tap now coming through the back door. Great win for both guys, setting their shit out this Friday. I can't do Mondays no more. I work in them hours, so I got to send it out Friday when I'm off. So I send it out Friday like I've been doing. Let's go through what we went through earlier. Summary. We covered the New York Knicks. Must-win game for the Knicks. I had a big disagreement with Mark because he said that if they lose this game, there's no way the Knicks could win the series. And I agree if he would have said like 75, 80%, but don't say that they just, like it ain't possible. I seen a lot of 0-2 teams come back and win. But he made a great point. His point basically was when you lose in the fashion that you did in game 1, giving up that big lead late, and then you lose game 2, it kind of sucks your spirit out. So I get what he's saying. So I'm going to lift that percentage maybe to 85%, but they still a 15% chance because, you know, they should go over there and just take 2 games and then we even. Or take 1 out of 2, win 1 at the Garden, then we'll be 3-2. We got to win at Indiana again. I see shit like that happen. It's just you're not winning 4 in a row. Nobody's winning 4 in a row. Nobody has ever won 4 in a row in the NBA. So that's why they got to win today or game 3, or if not, they definitely dead. They lose game 3 and today, they definitely dead. But I'm going to have hope for my team. I'm hoping somehow when I hang up this show and I watch the end of the game that they come back and win this game. It doesn't look good, though. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like the feeling of the game at all. I don't like it. But we cover that. We cover the OKC Timberwolves series. That series, I thought Minnesota could probably at least cover the first 2 games. Whether they win or lose, at least cover. It's been basically 2 blowouts. I think one was what 20-some points. The other was like 15 points. 2 second-half blowout. It looks like Minnesota just don't got enough for them. They're going to have to definitely win a game at Minnesota, hoping A-Rock can have a pep talk with them and lift their spirits because they look like wounded animals out there yesterday. So it could be a sweep as bad as it looked, but I'm still going to give Minnesota 1 game. I'm going to give them 1 game. Yes, X, they are definitely overmatched. I'm going to say they just don't have enough players. because I think that Minnesota's good guys can definitely hang with OKC's good guys. I mean, Randall can hang with any of them. Edwards can hang with any of them. But it's just OKC's too deep. Caruso's, Hartensteins, the other Williams, Wallace. It's just too deep for them. Dubs, too deep, too deep. They probably got like two dudes for every one dude they got. That's the issue over there. So we covered that. We're gonna be thinking OKC in an easy series. This better come back because this better not be an easy series here. Um, then we covered some Mount Rushmore, Philadelphia 76ers. I hope you guys put your answers in. We also covered the choose one and why. We covered the MVP. I'm good with SGA getting it, even though Joker could have got it again. The years Joker never won, I would have been all right whether he won or not. And the years he won, he definitely won. But the years that he lost, it could have went either way. Just like this year, it could have went either way. But I'm not mad with the decision. SGA team got the better record. They've been playing better all year, and he's been consistent all year. So salute to SGA. Then the message of the day, like I said, live and let live. Stop worrying about other people's money. Stop worrying about what they're doing. As long as they're not flashing it and not being humble, because that could get annoying. I get that. When somebody's always throwing shit in your face, I get that. That could be annoying. But if they're not flashing it, if they're not bragging, and they just doing better, use that as inspiration. Don't be mad at them. Like, don't wish upon for them to fall off. Just use that as inspiration. You know what? Salute them. I need to turn my game up. That's what I do. I just try to salute people, man. You know what I mean? And use it as inspiration. Right now, I got to get in all the inspiration I got because, like I said, I'm not in the other field no more. I was getting money like no tomorrow on the other field. This field here is a lot different. And I learned one thing. I learned how to appreciate the dollar because I was getting it so easy that I didn't appreciate the dollar. Now I appreciate the dollar, and when I buy something, hard to explain, but those that been through it understand. If you didn't been through it, you're not gonna understand. But like I said, just live and let live, man. That's the bottom line. And last but not least, TGI Friday. We got a holiday on Monday, even though I still got to go to work. A lot of y'all off. God bless y'all. I'm not gonna hate on that. Y'all get work. Y'all get no work with pay too. I'm not gonna hate on that. I'm just gonna get my money. And like I said, enjoy your extended weekend. No drinking and driving. Keep supporting your boys. Share my stuff. Like my stuff. Go to YouTube. Show love. Go to Instagram. Show love. If you really want your man to make it, y'all got to do more for me on your side because I'm lacking love on the other side. That's my problem right now. I'm trying to give all the love I could get, but I'm not receiving it the same way because of the fact that you got, you need when you doing this internet shit. The reason why people do well because other people share their stuff. Because if it was only their round circle and people they grew up, that's not enough. So how people make it to 1 million views and all that, it takes a team to do that. You know what I mean? Sharing, this person shared it, this person shared it, and I don't have enough of that. I don't have enough of that, and it is what it is. But I can mention it. I can hope that eventually that'll turn because I know the content is official. We don't like today. Me and Mark were arguing. We didn't know we were going to argue. Like we didn't know we were going to disagree like that. That means that's non-rehearsed. We're not here rehearsing shit. We here. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the name of my show, but what I'm saying is whatever pops off, pops off. All natural emotions, natural efforts. And I'm talking a little extra because I'm trying to give y'all a better mindset of what's going on. But like I said, man, I'm as confident as I ever been in my life in whatever I took a part on. And I know I'm nice in what I do. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And if y'all think I'm capping, then let's battle for money. Let's do this for money. I'm ready to do this for anybody. We could do conversations, history, gambling. We'll take every department of sports and every sport and we'll categorize everything and see who comes out on top. I beg y'all to take me on. Let's go. Let's do it. Love y'all. Al Your Sports. See y'all soon. If y'all on Instagram, y'all probably see me tomorrow. But if you're on Facebook, most likely one time maybe, or maybe just next Friday. Y'all stay good. Y'all hold your heads. Salute to the winners. Let's go Knicks.